In this video, I'm showing how to integrate Meta SDK in an Expo app, specifically to track installs and basic app events. This is a tutorial from a builder's perspective, not a marketer's. Personally, Meta ads didn't do much for my hobby apps, but I did use under $10 per day and my campaigns were 1 week long. With that small budget, Apple Search Ads and Google Ads worked better. Still, Meta might come handy and it's useful to cover that integration. Even if you're not using the Facebook SDK in React Native, the first part of the video will be useful because it covers how to configure everything on the Meta side. Before configuring, I chose to show you an imaginary Expo app on the left side, just so you can see how I feel the Meta configuration. Go to Developers, Facebook.com apps, create a new app, and the name is same as my Expo app name. Fill in the support email, wherever you can be reached. For use cases, I selected these first two options, so related to the marketing. For the business part, if you created a portfolio, you can select it. Otherwise, for now, I don't want to connect it. And that should be it. I can now go to dashboard. I need to fill a few more details. In the app settings, basic, you need to fill the privacy policy URL, terms of service, because you will be asked for these links when you create an ad campaign, and select the category. Now that you configured the basic information, privacy policy URL and the app icon, you can now continue adding the platforms. If you deploy both iOS and Android, select both. For Android store, it's at least, I suppose, Google Play Store. If you host it also on other stores, check them. And now the iOS configuration part. The bundle ID is same as the bundle identifier. The URL scheme suffix is the same as the expos. And store ID, it's the 10-digit number that you can find in the App Store Connect. Select your app, go to app information and search for Apple ID. And the share secret can also be found in the app information, in the app specific shared secret. You generate it, copy it, and paste here. For the Android part, also the package name is same as the bundle identifier, and the class name will be same as the package name, followed with main activity. This is something we all have in common that are using the Expo app router. And now we come to this part, key hashes. So to authenticate the exchange information between your app and Meta, you need to generate a release key hash and add it here. Key hash is actually base64 encoded SHA-1 fingerprint of your Play app, and it can be found in the Play Developer Console, Test and Release, App Integrity, search for app signing, it's down here, go to Settings and copy the SHA-1 fingerprint. But it's not enough, I have to turn it to base64, and this is how you convert to the Facebook base64. PB copy is something specific to Mac, so maybe this should be enough, and just copy this base64 and paste it here. So this works for production. You also might want development. To find the development, you need to find the EAS SHA-1 fingerprint. So this is the command, credentials Android, select any of the profiles that you're offered, because SHA-1, I think it's always shown the same, and then do the same thing. Echo it and base64 it, paste it in the key hashes. I also like to select the log in-app subscriptions automatically. This is not mandatory. For that you need to go to Google Cloud Console and find service accounts. Create a new service account. Let's name it, I don't know, like this. You need to copy this email address because you will invite it in the Play console. I will show you where. For the permissions, you need the, I think, basic viewer. Okay, go to basic and select viewer, and this is done. And now this creates a new service account. I copied it and go to users permissions, invite new user, paste that service account email. Under account permissions, you will select the view app information, view financial data, and manage orders and subscriptions, and then click on invite user. You will automatically be invited. But let's go back to that service account. Click on it because you need the JSON key file. Create a new key. It will prompt you to download the JSON file, which you will upload in here, and that's that. Okay, this covers meta integration. So now, it's useful if you're already using RevenueCat. RevenueCat, if correctly integrated with Facebook, it will automatically send the subscription lifecycle events. Go to a project and select integrations and find meta ads. And instead of the conversions API, which is, I know it is recommended, but I'm still using the app events, you need to fetch the app ID and the client token. To fetch that, go back to app settings. App ID is at the top and client token is in the advanced app settings. The client token, and copy it and paste to RevenueCat. And these are the events which RevenueCat collects and sends to Meta platform. And the last part is the coding part. You need this library, install this library and configure it. To configure it, you would include it as a plugin, so you need to select app ID. Remember, app ID is in the basic settings, client token was in the advanced settings. For the scheme, it's the schema that I entered in the meta configuration, and it is the same as the Expo scheme. And also, advertiser ID collection enabled needs to be true. And if you are on iOS, you need to select the ATT pop-up right at the initialization of the app, informing user that you collect advertiser ID. And with this minimal setup, you already get tracking of app installs. If you followed RevenueCat methods integration, you also need to set user attribution. So you need to link the Facebook SDK with the React Native purchases. And now every time you get a new customer, he will get a Facebook anonymous ID attached. That's called the meta attribution. And last part, if you set everything correctly, go to Facebook Events Manager and you should start seeing some events, at least app installs or app activations. If it's not showing up, there's something off with your integration. I hope this video was useful and thank you for watching.